Stock market today analysis for November 16th, 2022. We got the Nasdaq down 1.54%, S&P 500 down 0.82%, U.S. Treasury 10-year yield down 18.4 basis points, gold up 0.05%, Bitcoin down 1.49%, oil down 1.67%. And had some exciting earnings announcements, specifically Target. Maybe you guys have heard about that. It's dropped a considerable amount today. We got some other earnings going on. Make sure you check out some sort of place to know what's up with your earnings reports. The VIX closing at 24.11. So overall, investors feel that that the fear in the market is lower. VIX going down. Also, so is the MMRI closing today at 246.6, dropping down just a little bit. So per this, fear in the market is going lower. Got these treasuries going down, which is one reason probably why the market's moving up, and MMRI going down. However, you got S&P 500 opening lower than where it closed yesterday and closing a little lower, kind of sideways for the last 3 days, 4 days, somewhere in there. Well, it looks like might be experiencing a little pullback coming into the end of this week. Technology sector, same thing, open lower and closed lower than it did yesterday, making that little head and shoulders pattern there. Healthcare still above the 200-day moving average, and just basically gone sideways with these red candles. Right? It's basically closed, 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 closed there. Almost complete sideways motion as far as the closing has gone, but it's building this base right at that 133. Financial sector open lower, a little lower than where it closed yesterday, and sold off a bit more. Consumer discretionary, quite a bit of a drop in the price action, even though it closed a little higher than it opened. Dropped down considerably from yesterday's price, and tested that 50-day moving average, bounced down here to this 25-day moving average. Industrials also just kind of building this base right in here, but opened lower than it closed yesterday, and quite a sell-off. Just basically been moving sideways if you look at those last 3 days. IWM really just took the selling pressure, just really brought this below the 200-day moving average. Not looking too good for that. Q's, little shoulder head pattern there. Same thing, opened lower than it closed yesterday and sold off. Dollar moving sideways now, seems to be possibly building a base here. We got 2 days of buying in, but it's a pretty weak candle, even though it's green, not much volume. And on the, looks like on that weekly stochastic, money's really starting to flow out of the dollar. Bonds continue to move up. Maybe we're going to see stocks move up also. Looks like what we're seeing though is potentially a little sell-off. We'll see how it goes through the end of this week, but that's what I'm thinking. I think we might see a little bit of a tiny bit of a sell-off or a lot. It's kind of wild at the moment. I'm really glad that I'm a net option seller, so I don't have to worry about direction nearly as much as other people. But just pulled back a little bit, but still out of this channel right now. Top part still outside of that channel. We'll see if it's going to stay outside of that. Oil sold off today, continuing to sell off right around this high $93 area right now. So it broke this little bit of support it was making here around the $85 area. GOLD maybe putting in a short-term top or some sort of top there. We got gold selling off. You see that slowing momentum starting to over these days and then starting to sell off a bit here. So we'll see if it's going to be staying above the 1760, if it's going to break down and make it back down here to the 1600s. Bitcoin seems like maybe this new top is going to be 17,000. Sort of seems to be trading between 17,000 and the 16,000 range, with spending more time closer to 17,000. If it continues the pattern that it has, then it's probably going to go sideways for a little while. It'll probably flirt up here by the 1800, but sooner or later maybe be dropping down to 15 to 14. You know, I had mentioned I'm glad that I'm a net option seller. I would suggest try that out. Try out what it's like to be a net option seller. Try it out with paper trading. See how you like that in the paper trading arena. You can go to ihavesuccess.com, download some stuff here, give you some help on getting started as an option seller. Doesn't mean you don't buy options, doesn't mean you don't do other things, but if the net amount of positions that you have are selling options, you're probably going to enjoy trading a bit. It's kind of slow, it's kind of boring, but you know, boring and slow sometimes really gets the bills paid. So check that out, ihavesuccess.com. Watch the playlist that's linked in the beginning of this video. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.